The forest yields little, yet God willing, it may be enough to keep breath in us till the morrow.
Imagine walking into a medieval forest with no backpack, no grocery stores waiting for you back home, and no packaged snacks tucked away in your pocket. Your survival depends on whether you can look at plants, roots, and even insects and know instantly food or poison. This was daily reality for medieval peasants, and while knights battled with swords, ordinary people battled hunger with knowledge of the wild. Today, we'll unlock 7 medieval foraging techniques, methods so sharp and practical, they could keep you alive if you were ever stranded in the wilderness. When spring broke after long winters, medieval people rejoiced, not for sunshine, but for greens. Their bodies craved vitamins after months of bread and dried meat. They turned to nettle, sorrel, dandelion, plantain, and chickweed. Nettle soup, boiled to remove its sting, was packed with iron. Sorrel's sour leaves flavored broths. Dandelion greens added bitterness that stimulated digestion. This wasn't garnish, it was survival. Imagine entire families crouching in meadows, gathering handfuls of green to mix into pottage, their daily stew. Modern survivalists agree, the first step to wilderness survival is learning your greens. They're the fastest energy boost nature offers. In medieval Europe, mushrooms were both treasures and terrors. Knowledge passed like family heirlooms, parents teaching children by candlelight which caps fed you and which killed you. Oyster mushrooms and boletes filled stew pots. Morels were delicacies. But a single mistake, like confusing a death cap for an edible look-alike, could wipe out a household. Monks, often keepers of herbals, became early field guides, recording safe fungi. They warned peasants, when in doubt, leave it out. Today, survival experts echo their warning. Mushrooms are calorie-dense, but only if your knowledge is airtight. The medieval lesson? Food and poison often grow side by side. If medieval survival had a superfood, it was nuts. Hazelnuts, chestnuts, and acorns provided protein, fat, and storage life. Chestnuts were boiled, roasted, or milled into flour, known as bread of the poor. Hazelnuts became spreads, pastes, or travel snacks. Acorns, bitter but abundant, were leached in water to remove tannins, then roasted or pounded into meal. Picture a peasant child stuffing hazelnuts into their pouch before a long walk, knowing it might be their only food for the day. In survival terms, nuts are nature's energy bars, portable, calorie-packed, and storable through the winter. Medieval roadsides were lined with wild berry bushes, but these weren't casual snacks, they were crucial food security. Blackberries were sun-dried into chewy cakes, elderberries brewed into syrups for coughs. Wild strawberries, tiny but sweet, brightened diets. Even the sour slowberries became jams and warming drinks. Children were often sent berry picking at dawn, baskets strapped to their shoulders. Entire families depended on their haul to fill cellars and jars for winter. Today we think of berries as dessert, but to medieval people, they were life-saving bursts of sugar in a world where sweetness was rare. Before sugar arrived, honey was the medieval sugar, medicine, and preservative all in one. Peasants risked stings to climb trees and raid wild hives. They smoked bees with smoldering moss, cracked open combs, and treasured the golden liquid inside. Honey treated wounds, sweetened porridge, and brewed into mead, the celebratory drink of peasants and kings alike. Beeswax became candles, waterproofing, and trade goods. For survivalists today, honey is unbeatable. It never spoils, heals infections, and fuels the body. Medieval people knew this instinctively. Honey wasn't just food, it was wealth. When above-ground plants died back in winter, survival meant digging deeper, literally. Medieval foragers sought parsnips, carrots, burdock, and wild garlic. These roots provided starch, warmth, and bulk. Burdock was roasted for energy, wild garlic flavored meals, and boosted immunity. Picture peasants with wooden spades digging through frozen soil, searching for roots that might keep their family fed another week. Roots are survival's hidden treasure, starchy calories buried just beneath your feet, if you know where to look. Food wasn't the only goal. The forest doubled as a medieval pharmacy. Willow bark reduced fevers and pain, the ancestor of aspirin. Yarrow stopped bleeding. Elderflower fought colds. Mint eased stomach troubles. In a world without pharmacies, knowledge of plants often meant the difference between life and death. A cut treated with yarrow could prevent infection. A sip of elder tea might save someone from pneumonia. Survival today isn't just about calories, it's about staying healthy enough to keep going. Medieval foragers knew both food and medicine grew side by side. 7 techniques. 7 lifelines. For medieval people, this wasn't optional. It was daily life. They survived not with technology, but with knowledge and courage. So let me ask you, if tomorrow you woke up with no grocery stores, no restaurants, no electricity, just the wild, how long could you last? If this journey into medieval survival sparked something in you, smash like, hit subscribe, and share this with someone who'd brag they could make it in the wild. And in the comments, tell me, which of these techniques would you try first? Honey hunting, root digging, or wild greens?